Hey, everybody. Dr. Nicole here. Listen, this live is for my single sisters. All right, so you want to get ready for this. If you are watching, get your pen and paper because I want to break down some gems for you. So you all know that I speak to sort of different groups of women. One group of women I'm talking to are my married sisters that might have a family, kids, might be caretakers in some way. And then the other group that I talk to are my single sisters, right? I don't want to forget about you all because the message is for you too. So today, this is for you, my single sisters, okay? So I want to talk specifically, I'm going to give you 3 ways that specifically healthy boundaries are important for you as a single woman who might be seeking love or seeking, when I say seeking love, I mean seeking a healthy, happy, loving relationship, okay? I can't give you tips on situationships because that's not my forte. What I can talk to you about is what are the tools, what are the things you need within yourself to be a healthy love magnet, okay? So this is for you, my single sisters looking for healthy love. I'm going to tell you 3 ways that healthy boundaries are the key and can lead you to the kind of relationship that you're looking for, right? So you know, as I say, boundaries are my ministry, but it's not just the way we throw the word around as a buzzword. Boundaries have literally been, yes, Kofia, hey, boundaries have literally transformed my life and the life of so many of the women that I work with, particularly when it comes to relationships, okay? So one way that boundaries help you to become a healthy love magnet is that they really are one of the most tangible, like real examples of self-love. When you don't have boundaries, you are telling the world, you're shouting to the world that I am lacking in self-love, right? So boundaries are one of the most basic expressions of your love for yourself. And we all know, we've been hearing, right? If you don't love yourself, how can you expect someone else to love you on a deep level? And self-love is really about self-acceptance, self-compassion, forgiveness for the mistakes that you may have made or the things that you didn't quite do right? Because none of us are perfect. But when you exhibit boundaries or you put boundaries into place in your life, you're saying to others that this thing, me, right? I am so important, first and foremost, to me, that I'm not going to let anybody or anything penetrate or harm it or destroy it, right? So boundaries are an expression of your self-love. And if you want to if you want to be that healthy love magnet, you got to have self-love, right? Unhealthy people, they're the ones that are attracted to the broken you, the unhealed you, the you that doesn't respect or love yourself, right? So the first way that boundaries really are a powerful way to make you a healthy love magnet is that they show to the world that you really have a deep level of self-love, okay? The second way that boundaries are really important for you actually being a healthy love magnet, this is for my single sisters, right? Remember, is that they are a way that you show to the world that the world and others must respect you. Right? Remember, we said boundaries are like a limit. It's a line. It's literally a line in the sand, and it lets people know that if they want to cross that line or they want to enter that door, they have to meet certain requirements. One of those requirements is that they respect you, that they honor you, right? And once you have that mindset and that mentality, there's certain things that you won't tolerate, right? And let's face it, a lot of times we tolerate things because we think that's the best that we can get. You know, we won't be able to do any better. We tolerate things because we lack a sense of respect for ourselves. And then we're surprised that other people don't respect us. We're surprised when maybe people only want us for sex, or they only think we're worthy of what we can do for them versus something that's more reciprocal and give and take, right? So we're really talking about boundaries as a way that you show the world and you show others that they must respect you before they can get your energy, before they can come into your space, before they can take anything from you. You have to know, what are you going to get? What are they going to give to you, right? So that's my second way, right? So if you're just joining, welcome, welcome. We're talking about the 3 ways specifically for my single sisters that boundaries help you to become a healthy love magnet, okay? And the third way is that once you become very intentional and mindful and planful about boundaries in your personal life, boundaries with yourself, which means you are showing consistency in your life, you are committing to something, you are showing up for yourself. When you do those things, you actually start to tap more into your intuition. Can we please be honest, right, sisters, right? Can we be honest? That man who was no good, quote unquote, who did us wrong or whatever, we knew, right? There was a part of us that knew. Even the one that came along and seemed so charming in the beginning, we knew, right, that in some ways that was a facade. In some ways he was playing to what the fantasy we wanted for ourselves versus the reality of what we should be looking for, right? So when you become more intentional about the boundaries, especially with yourself, you start to tap into that intuition where you're able to judge good character versus bad character. Someone who's there to do you good versus someone there who's there to manipulate you, who's there to play on your insecurities and your vulnerabilities. And once you tap into that intuition, it creates this cycle where you no longer feel like you have to keep seeking validation from outside. Because let's break it down a little bit further, right? The more we seek outside validation, the more we're likely to get caught up in these unhealthy emotional bonds, these unhealthy trauma bonds, these people who are manipulative, right? And we've got to take responsibility. So when I'm talking about these people who are, quote, the bad actors, the bad characters, I'm saying this ultimately because as women, we have to take responsibility for accepting and allowing that into our lives, for not working on our self-love and our boundaries so that we become, I call it, one of the bonuses for my new ebook is how to become a toxic love repellent, a toxic partner repellent. So you want to be a healthy love magnet and you want to be a toxic partner repellent. And boundaries and self-love are the foundation of that, okay? So those are my 3 ways. This is a message specifically for my single sisters seeking love, seeking to be a healthy love magnet. I'm in the office today, but this was heavy on my mind, and I just had to come and make this quick live. So those 3 ways, if you're just tuning in and you missed anything, go back. I talked about the 3 ways that boundaries, and not boundaries as just this buzzword, but like real deep boundaries in your life, make you a healthy love magnet. If you want to know more, go to the link in my bio. My new ebook is amazing. I have to say that myself, right? It's the Boundaries to Bliss Blueprint for women who are finally ready to win at love. The 3 pillars are self-love, healthy boundaries, and communication in your relationships. I break it down for you, and you can go to the link in my bio. You can go to boundaries2blissblueprint.com. You get so many bonuses that this is a full system. I shouldn't even call it an ebook, right? It's a full system. You get the holistic self-love workbook. You get 2 free masterclasses. You get how to be a toxic partner repellent. You get the ultimate self-care planning guide. You get it all, guys, okay? So boundaries2blissblueprint.com, or The link is right there in my bio. I think it's the third one down. Okay, so you all have an amazing day. And my next message is going to be for my married sisters, right? I'm here for all of you all, but sometimes the message hits differently depending on where you are in your life, okay? So this has been Dr. Nicole, your favorite psychologist and transformation coach, and I'll see you next time. Take care.